Hello there, and welcome to the Freelance Thrive Podcast 7 season summary. My name is Yuri. I'm a community builder at Code Control and 9am.works, and today I'll share with you 10 things you can learn from 10 podcast guests in less than 10 minutes. So let's go. As a freelancer, you need other people to thrive, and Bailey Hancock tells you why.
People are portals to opportunities, to ideas, to information, to other people, and people are often willing and able to offer you the 3 I's: information, introductions, and inspiration. So if you don't have people around you that you can connect and collaborate with and support each other, not only is it isolating and really lonely, you're just going to take so much longer to do anything you want to do.
And part of connecting with people is starting conversation. And here is how Judith Bollert does it.
I also experimented a lot with my content. And when I started posting, I was one of these people with their excited to announce post. Like, that's how we all started. But then I realized that that didn't really give me anything, and it usually didn't spark any interesting conversations. And I realized if I'm being a little bit more open and vulnerable and sometimes personal, that really good conversations came from that. And then by now I feel like I've built quite a nice community on LinkedIn. So then people will just comment if they have something to share. And if not, then not. And that's completely fine.
It's surprising, but your clients are also people. And here is what Nathan Ravis proposes you to start with to sell your services.
If you want to sell your services to a client, the first thing is asking questions. For the client to being aware about you because you are very interested in what are the problems, for you to identify what solutions you could offer, and then building through this way strong relation, because nobody is buying service if they don't know you and if you don't show interest.
After you've done that, to actually sell your services, try to find an answer to the most important question that Lizette Sutherland is talking about.
Zig Ziglar was a famous US sales guy, and he always used to say, you've got to listen to WII-FM radio, which is what's in it for them. Every presentation, event, whatever you're doing should always start in what's in it for the audience. What are they going to get at the end of the event? Because if you just say, join my event, I mean, I'm like, scroll, I've got stuff to do. Scroll, tell me what I get.
And if you don't like the word sell, here is how Nick Rayburn proposes to reframe it.
It feels weird. It feels unnatural. It did to me anyway. But when you kind of reframe it and when you understand that you're not actually selling, you're genuinely helping another person solve a problem, it just becomes easier, less effort, because your product or your service or your offering isn't for everyone and it's for a specific subset of people. When you understand that, the sale becomes much more natural.
For every freelancer, finding clients is a repeatable process. So listen to Oral Garten's approach to reducing its mental load.
It's all about finding a system that you can repeatably do in one way or another, because it just reduces the amount of thinking you have to do on a daily basis. Because when the system is in place, you can kind of go through the steps and be done with it.
And no matter what, sometimes you have stopped working with some clients even before finishing a project. And here is what Mike Ball proposes you do so as not to burn all the bridges.
It's not like I'm leaving them in oh shit, what does that mean? Where are we at? It's usually like, here's where we're at. Here's what I've done. Here's what you paid. Here's what you need to pay. Or here's what I'm willing to finish if you pay me for it. Here's what needs to happen next. And then if we're on good terms, we agree this goes well, I'm willing to make some introductions to help you finish that part of the project.
You're not sure if you can stop working with a client? Remember, you're a freelancer. And here is what Chantel Lewis has for you.
The difference between freelancing and being an employee is just that sometimes you can set more boundaries as a freelancer because people are kind of aware that you have more freedom.
Also, to run a successful freelance business, we need to slow down from time to time. And Pelin Kazak-Bagatur explains why so.
As freelancers, we are entrepreneurs. Even if you're not working for a client for a while, it's running a business. So we have to own it and see it. And to see that, we need those breaks. Otherwise, it feels like kind of life is happening to us. Like, I have a client, now I'm busy. It's like we're not in control. So to get to that ownership and feeling that you're in control, we have to get comfortable with slowing down.
Not sure if you have time for a break? Listen to Stefan Ritter on what can help you free more time for that.
It will change because it will take the bad parts of the job or the repetitive parts, which are boring. If you have something to do and it's, I need like 1 hour or 2 hours for it. And now you can use AI and it only takes 10 minutes or 50 minutes. So it will change. And that's really important. All the freelancers realize that AI is not an enemy. It can be your best technical friend or creative friend.
And just like that, these were 10 things you can learn from 10 freelancers in less than 10 minutes. And what have you learned? Share it in the comments here or on LinkedIn or whenever, and let's connect. If you learned something new, share this episode with your friend. That's it. I'm done. See you in the next episode.